Hello everybody, I'm glad you're here today. Today is July 14th, 2024. In this video, I'm going to bring you a word that I wrote yesterday morning before all the events of yesterday afternoon in Pennsylvania, the attempted assassination of former President Trump. Before any of that happened, I'm going to read you this word. Is it prophetic? I think it is, in that I think it's divinely inspired. I was in worship for hours. Hour and a half, y'all. Okay, I can't lie about that. And so I just want to bring this to you. So you do with it and square it as you need to. You pray about it through the Holy Spirit. I find it interesting that this is what I wrote in my journal just hours before this violent act happened in our country. Now, I do not, I'm not into politics. I used to be, I'm not anymore. I am not, I don't know exactly how to explain where I stand politically, because I think it's all lies. I believe that it's all lies and corruption. And there is no, I know some people, if you cut open their veins, they would bleed Donald Trump, and they're believers in Jesus Christ. Okay. So I know people like that. I am not like that. I do not think that America is, what it could be, what it was. I don't know. I believe that the Lord has removed his hand of protection from this country based on what I have heard in my private times with God. Now, does that mean he has not removed his hand from his people, from his remnant, from Christians who believe that Jesus is the Son of God and have dedicated their life to him? So there's where I am at. Now, you just got to do with that what you need to do with it. I'm going to read this to you. I found it interesting that it happened to be, I didn't know what, clearly, when I wrote this, I didn't know what was coming 12 hours later. So I wrote this at 4:05 on July 13th, 4:40. Wrote it at 4:40, July 13th, 2024. I'm not going to read all of this to you because the first part of it is very personal. But I was so thankful for that my personal teaching from Father. But then, I just asked, is there more you want to tell me? Is there more, before I get about my day, is there more you want to tell me, Father? And this is what I heard him say. The war that is raging, it is too great, it is too evil for you, my child, to fathom. Contemplate all you want. You do not see the tentacles of dark rage in the hearts of those powering the, and then I don't know what that word was. I don't know if it's just an unspeakable, I don't know. But I just put a blank. There are no human words, is whatever it is, I can't even conceive of it in my humanness. Then I heard him say, get ready to not be ready. I'm going to repeat that. He just said it once. I'm going to say it twice. Get ready to not be ready. For when this evil is brought to your doorstep, that is what your first thought will be. I am not ready. But I tell you now, you are ready. For your faith in me readies you for all things. Do not be surprised, my child. You cannot think the thoughts of these dark-hearted world leaders. For your thoughts are my thoughts. You are filled with my light. You will be shocked, but I will be there holding you through first moments of realization. The rising realization in your mind, all that I was, this is what I'm thinking, the realization in your mind, all that I was, all that I thought would always be, is no longer. End quote. That's what would have been. Breathe through those thoughts as you did through the pains of childbirth. Speak, believe these words over and over. The Lord God Almighty is with me. The initial shock will wane, and you will function in a new world, war-scarred. I am always in you. Let the shock come and go. Hold to my hand. I am light. I am hope. I am the victory. So let me read that last little bit again. You cannot think the thoughts of these dark-hearted world leaders, for your thoughts are my thoughts. You are filled with my light. You will be shocked, but I will be there holding you through first moments of realization. The rising realization in your mind, all that I was, all that I thought would always be, is no longer. Breathe through those thoughts as you did through the pains of childbirth. Speak, believe these words over and over. The Lord God Almighty is with me. The initial shock will wane, and you will function in a new world war-scarred, a new world war-scarred. I am always in you. Let the shock come and go. Hold to my hand. I am light. I am hope. I am the victory. So that's what I wrote in my journal yesterday morning before I knew what was going to happen in Pennsylvania. Okay, so here is my take on this. Well, I'm not sure that this word is talking about that event. Although there are things in it that can apply to it, and that I was feeling shock. I did feel shock. I'll just tell you the story. Let me keep going before I tell you the story. I believe that that this is a huge shifting in the world, another tilt, so to speak, for lack of a better word. I believe that since October 7th, with the invasion of Gaza into Israel, I just think there has been a slew of just world events that just keep changing us and keep tilting us back and forth, or keep swirling about us. And over and over and over, the Lord has said, I've told you the storm's coming. Don't look at the glittery stuff flying around you. Look to Jesus. So this is an amazing moment to train ourselves, because our world hasn't changed that much. My world, my personal world, and I know there are others who can't say this, that were there at the rally who were injured or killed, or I understand that, wounded. Okay, so I understand not everyone can say that, but I can honestly say, from yesterday to today, my world has not changed. My mind and thoughts have, but my world hasn't. So what was that? Well, I think it was a lot of things. I know that You Be Ready posted a video, I believe is on May 19th, 2024, although the word that he read was from September 2023. And the title of his video is The Shot Heard Round the World. And I think he puts it better than I ever could from the Lord. The Lord does not give, I don't know. The Lord, I don't think, gives me prophetic words that are like what he gets, what You Be Ready gets. I don't think so. I'm given, I guess maybe because I'm relatively new in this, or I'm just supposed to encourage. Maybe it's because I'm a woman and I'm a nurturer. I'm not a warrior. I haven't been in the military. So, I don't know why, okay? But the Lord doesn't say, here's what's going to happen in the future, although there have been things he has I haven't shared with you that have happened. And clearly he's given us dreams. When my daughter dreamt about Gaza being invaded, and then or Gaza invaded, all of that mess over there, that was incredibly fulfilled and affirmed. So I say all of that to say this. This is training for us, is how I'm viewing this moment in time. So I say to myself, Gina, what were you thinking when you heard about this? Well, I said a whole slew of bad words. Y'all know me, and I'll confess it to you right now. I'm not real proud of that. But I just kind of went, boy, this is bad. My husband and I had a delightful dinner out in the town just south of us, and we had just, it was so, we had laughed, and we were having such a good time. And we'd gone to the grocery store because I didn't want to cook today. It's Sunday, and then we got this huge funeral tomorrow with 120 people in the family. Y'all, it's going to be, so, I mean, I ain't going to be cooking. So we're going to just get some fried chicken at the grocery store. So that's where we were. And I was getting back in the car. I got my phone rang, and I saw it was my mom. And clearly I thought, has someone fallen? Has someone died? I thought, oh no. I answered the phone, and my mother said, Trump's been shot. Actually, she said, they've shot Trump. And the pit of my stomach dropped out of me. I was just like, because I knew the world would not be the same again. And I still believe that. Now then, between the time, it takes 30 minutes to get home from where I was at, I called my kids and told them. We didn't listen to the radio or anything. My husband and I just talked. I mean, we were both literally sick to our stomach, understanding that whether the man lives or dies, this is this is a massive event. No, is it on the level of 9/11? I don't think so. But y'all, it's up there. It's up there. Okay? So, it's a shifting. Or as You Be Ready describes it, I may be taking liberties to interpret it this way. So if he ever watches me, I'm sure he doesn't, but if he ever does, I just say, I'm sorry if I'm speaking where I don't need to be speaking, but it's catalyst is the word he used, a catalyst. And that's what resonated with me. This will be a catalyst to whatever's coming next. Now I'm going to give you my opinion. And I would ask you what your opinion is. My opinion is there's going to be other attempts. I don't think this is the first and only one. I just don't. And whatever that was, just buckle up. We got 4 months, y'all, of this kind of insanity. And remember who it's coming from. The enemy is Satan. Get your armor on. Get your armor on. Ephesians 6:10 through 18. Go read it so you understand where to focus your energy. In prayer, praying. That's everything right now. Loving is one of the biggest weapons we have. Keep your pie hole shut. Shut your pie hole. Don't talk too much. All right? Just lay low. You don't have to spout your opinion everywhere you go. That one's free, okay? I hear people talking, I'm like, ooh, it would be wise for you to be quiet right now. That's how, you know those people, all right? So the way I'm viewing this, and the way I'm viewing this word, is when I had that shock. I was shocked when I heard my mom tell me that. I was shocked. And I called my kids, of course, and anyway, they were shocked. And it took me probably a good 5 minutes to remember to say, God, what is this? Maybe I should say it right away. Maybe, I don't know. But when I look back on it and reflect and say, teach me what I need to do next time, Father, that I didn't do this time. I think it's a sense of you need to get from shock to activity faster. Because I was shocked and sick to my stomach until I went to bed last night. It took me a long time to go to sleep, and I wasn't worried. It was just, I could not relax. And so, what I think would be prudent for all of us to do is reflect. Did I breathe through that like I did during childbirth? You know, that's what this word from the Lord told me yesterday morning. Breathe through the shock. I think it'll come and go faster if I do that. And granted, I did do better than I am proud of myself. I think I did pretty good based on my other, and even when my husband and I were driving home, I said, Mike, how many shocking moments have you and I had in our life together? I mean, we've been together nearly 40 years. And we've had moments, and I know you have too. We all have. In fact, if you want to share your moments of shock, the phone calls, your husband's been in a very bad car accident. The doctor saying, your daughter's not going to live through the weekend. The surgeon coming out and saying, your daughter has a terminal disease that she will die from. Your daughter calling, crying, saying, I've been attacked. You know, those are shocking moments. All right? Those are shocking, gut-wrenching, chilling moments. And how we respond in that moment affects the length, duration, and outcome of the crisis. So, when you're in labor, having a baby, there's all kinds of things going through your mind. It isn't all-consuming pain. It is. Is it the worst pain in the world? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, to me, I'm not one of those people that go, oh, well, a woman does this and that makes us, the big craps of the world. No, that's not true. I don't believe that, because I believe men struggle with the front line, the trenches, in a completely different way that I could never understand the burden a man bears. So, and that's just the way God made us. We're different, but we each have our own pain and struggle. I can relate to this because I've experienced that. I understand childbirth. I understand labor. So, I get it. It comes and goes and it gets worse and then it never ends. It's just a constant labor pain. But for a long time, it just comes and goes. So, when you remember the breathing exercise, the breathing helps you. And even in an anxiety attack, breathing exercises help you. So when the next shock comes, and I assure you, there will be another shock that's bigger and worse than this one was yesterday. I believe that. That's my opinion. And I believe the Lord has shown me some things. But I cannot say it on a video, okay? I can't go there. But it is important to think now and train now. What is a lie and what is true? How to get through shock and how to get on with the business at hand. That's where we're at. That's where the remnant's at. Put on your armor. Let God put it on you. All right. I think that's about it. The irony is, well, first of all, this isn't ironic, but I got to go get the church building ready for this funeral, which is an honor to do. But the second thing is, our church is having a church security meeting this afternoon, coming up with some strategies to protect each other if something were to go sideways during our worship time. So we had this scheduled for a long time. The fact that it's happening today is, I don't think, accidental. I don't know. Anyway, y'all are wonderful. I've learned so much from you, and I will just speak this now. And I wish I would have come up with it, but it is a great day to be a prepper, and it's a bad day to be a lukewarm Christian. Every day's a bad day to be a lukewarm Christian. So if you're on the fence, my goodness, get the heck off the fence and get hot and for Jesus, or else he's going to spew you out of his mouth. Complacent. Are you playing church? Are you playing Christian? Stop it. We're running out of time. It's time to get geared up. Pray. Learn prayer. Intense prayer. That's when we've got time to do it right now. All right, I'm going to leave that with you. Stay safe, America. This is Gina Lima Charlie. I'm out.